Namaste and welcome to all of you, and thank you for joining our collective vision and mission to raise intelligent kids. Children of today are really our future and future of humanity. So on this topic I have chosen today, I am not my name, or knowing without naming. Normally, we know everything and everyone by name. We also identify ourselves by name. When you meet somebody, you say, I am Dhananjay Kumar, or you would say your name. And when you look at an object or a person anywhere, you will know it by name. It's a person, that person is that person's name. When you look at a bird, a tree, a flower, grass, river, moon, sun, everything is named. And by knowing the name, we often think that we know it. We know the person or we know the object. But upon contemplation, you may realize that name is not the person. You are not your name. You can be identified, or somebody is referring to you, will say, I am talking about that person with a name. Or in conversation about a river, you'll say there was a river. Or it was a particular kind of bird, a parrot or a crow or a peacock. And that's about it. But the word peacock is not the meaning of what that bird is. How it moves, what it is made of, even how it looks. You may have an image which is very gross, peripheral image. When you look at a bird on a tree or coming out of the nest, you say, oh, that's a bird. Maybe at the most you will name the kind of bird it is. And the story ends there. When you name it, your curiosity to know almost diminishes, ended. And you tell yourself that now I know. I know that person because you know the name. But the meaning of the person, who that person is not in a name. Meaning of the object. When you say this is a big piece of rock and then turn away to look at something else. Well, the rock is not really, rock is something, but its meaning is not limited to the word rock. That is what I am trying to explain. So, what to do? First of all, I tell younger ones in my family that when you meet somebody, introduce somebody, say, my name is so and so. Don't say, I am, because you are not your name. You are not limited to your name. And some of these names of individuals have either no meaning, or in some cases they refer to the place of birth or the village or city. It may be related to, your name may be related to an ancestor or a family last name, tradition, or in some cases a historical personality, famous writer, leader, scientist. part of that name may be added in your name. But you are not that person whose name you are referring to in your name. You are related to an ancestral name, but you are still different and unique personality. In Sanskrit, for example, the names usually mean something. Names describe certain qualities. Okay, so that's a little better than a meaningless name. The next question is, when you want to know something, what do? You know the name. When you want to know the sun, and you see the sun rising or setting or above your head, and you say, that is the sun. And that's it. You have known nothing about the sun by calling it a sun or a bird. When you call bird a bird, that's it. So I encourage younger ones in my family and children of my friends and other relatives that introduce yourself that my name is. Okay, that is good enough. Don't say I am, because you are much more than your name. And secondly, when you are trying to know something which is in front of you, in nature, outside, inside, just look at it with interest and curiosity and concentration, and don't end your search for knowledge just by saying this is that name and then move away to something else. When you're looking at a bird flying in the sky, don't call it a bird. Just try to find out what is really happening. There is an organism which is moving, its wings are flapping, it's moving in a certain direction, it has certain parts of the body, it is small or big. All these qualities you would immediately know without calling it a bird. The qualities of the sun, its energy, its heat, its life-supporting nature, and its movement, and perhaps you can even imagine its size. It's a huge size. Sun is 98% of the mass of the whole solar system. And the remaining 2%, 1% is Jupiter, and 1% is all the other planets and asteroids and other bodies floating in the sky. So this is the order of magnitude that will come to your mind when you recognize that big glowing object circling the sky, or Earth is moving and it is fixed in the sky. So these are some of the ways you can enhance your learning. And remember that naming is not the end of learning. Most of the learning can take place without name. Even your own self you can know more without just calling your name and say that's who I am. So thank you for listening, and we'll meet again soon.